Potential. We all want it. We all have it. And I think we can agree that in real estate, potential belongs to the person who develops that potential. Now, the problem is we try and use potential to sell investments. And we all know that investment performance is based on past history, and we are buying that income stream. I think we all want others to see the potential of our listing. We got a listing. And therefore, we sell the dream and the idea and not the actual income stream. Now, here are some funny quotes dealing with potential. If you raise the rents, it will make a profit. If you pay cash, it will cash flow. I've heard that. Now, if you remodel a house, you can rent it. It's always full, no vacancy, ever. I don't use a vacancy factor. I'm 100% full. If you lease out that empty space, the cap rate will be higher. You get the idea. Potential is sold everywhere. The problem with potential and selling real estate is the selling price is often based on that potential income, which is in the future. It's usually unrealistic and it will probably never happen. Now, the other problem with potential is, and we overlook this fact, is that potential belongs on new or substantially rehabbed projects where there is little or no history of cash flow. But we often see potential income being pitched on properties that we know have a rental history. They're 20 years old. And it makes us wonder, why are they using potential? Why can't we just get the real deal? Why can't we just get the real numbers? Now, unless you or your client will guarantee the net operating income, then any sale pitch based on potential is just highly suspect, and it just puts obstacles in the buyer and the broker's way. The offering price on potential usually reflects what if, or what if that potential, and the broker is pumping the property. Now, the offering price usually reflects what if, or it reflects that potential, and the broker is trying to pump the property by getting the buyer to pay for a future cash flow that may not happen. Now, remember, potential belongs to the person that develops that potential, so a question may be, why is the selling price based on potential if I'm going to develop it? The potential belongs to the developer of that potential. Now, the difference between potential income pricing and actual income, I guarantee you, it will certainly make a difference to the new buyer when that potential does not show up. Now, here's the deal as a broker. Present the actual income and the actual expenses, and the process will generate the actual cap rate. You know, this gives investors and brokers something to rely on and makes us more comfortable. Then, you as a broker can provide a backup package of what you think the property is capable of doing. Now, as a buyer, I will decide if I can develop that potential or not, and my price will be based on that. Now, if you as the seller develop the potential belongs to you and you should sell it and you should realize a profit. Now, here's a scenario. When you own the property, I doubt that you'll send the previous owner a check and say, thanks for the potential. I don't think the seller's going to send you a check if you don't realize that potential. They'll just say, you didn't make it work. Now, every buyer will always ask, will I make a profit? Will I be able to sell at a later date and not lose money? If I spend $100,000 on improvements, will it pay? Now, to me, trying to sell someone potential is like having an 800-pound gorilla in the room. There's just no room for anything else. And this is why I think that most brokers dismiss properties they would otherwise be interested in if they were presented with the actual figures. So, no matter how you look at it, no matter what you say, potential just does not sell very well. And you know, as brokers and investment counselors, the analysis always comes back to net operating income. If net income is untrue, you know that potential income is certainly untrue most of the time. If NOI is untrue, then the whole analysis is bordering on worthless. It's not even worth looking at, and that's why we dismiss it. Now, most of us do not want to argue price. We don't want to argue cap rate. We don't want to deal with untrue expenses, and we don't want to deal with very much potential at all. We want actual figures. We want to take the risk out of paying too much for an investment, and that's what it is, an investment, and we just simply move on to the next property. Now, here's an idea that's been around the exchange business forever. If you guarantee the net operating income, then most brokers will stick around and entertain your potential price. So guarantee the net income and see how that works. So the message is, be very selective when using potential income, because most brokers and investors will dismiss the property and move on to something real. My contact information is below, and you can contact me and you can subscribe to this channel. Please do so. And so I'm Chuck Trice with Investment Tuesday, and thanks for watching.